smartest things out of kids' mouth, aren't they? For sure. Well, Jesus, after he talks about keeping the inside clean, the inside growing, the inside in good salt, does this astronomical thing, goes all the way to the other side and says, you are lights of the world. And goes on to say, do not hide that light. Don't hide the light under a cover. That we are to be light and illuminate that light and throw your sermon on the floor. And I started to think about that. Ricky has a song, but I started to think about being light and what that does. And the point is that light conquers darkness. You know when you're in a dark place, physically dark, and there's one light, and you can see that light, it doesn't seem so scary. You know, maybe as a kid you had a night light, you know, something that did that. Maybe when you make a romantic meal for someone, you turn the lights down and you have candles. You know? Maybe in your home, part of your practice is lighting a candle to remember the people that you love that have crossed over. You know, maybe you're driving. Would you imagine driving your car at night with no lights?
No.
You know?
Not the belt, I wouldn't.
No. I've done it before. On the snowy road, I could see better with the moon on the snow than I could with my lights. You know, and when Jesus told the story, y'all know about like sandstone. That's what they build stuff with. So in the day, when the sun was up, it shimmered. And at night, the moon did the same thing. And Jesus is saying, set your light on the hill. Jesus is having them look at the physical symbol that he's trying to get them. See, look at the city. It glimmers. It draws people in. It draws people to something. And liken that unto us. Unto us if we do that. You know, I don't know. I guess what I want to tell you is that there's a reason to the glory of God we do this. Why are we a light? Why do we try to spiritually grow? You know, great. It's for us and it gives us some tools. You know what I mean? It helps us live life a little bit easier. Sometimes you may even find somebody right here in this church. In fact, we have people that did that. Came to church and fell in love. You know, that's pretty special. We did some of those holy unions for people that had fallen in love with someone in church. It's been a long time coming for our community to love someone in church and not the bar or the brothel or the bookstores. So why do we do this? And this is not just GLBT people. There really is a reason that we strive to live our life balanced. Because it witnesses to the lost people. When we're balanced, people will say things like, did you change your hair? Listen for that. Oh, I like that color. Have you ever worn that before? And you know you have. When they see that, they may not know what they see, but light they recognize, even if they don't know intellectually. They're going, what do you have that helps you? I've been hiding in my house because my lover and I broke up and I've been contemplating suicide, and it's getting more peaceful for me to think about dying than living. Our elder kid Martin said somewhere in this town tonight, a woman will fall asleep somewhere, crying herself to sleep. And somewhere in this town, someone's thinking about committing suicide. And that is so true. Amen. In our community, suicide is trumped up. How many people in this congregation today know someone who committed suicide? Turn around and look. Oh my goodness. People who are lost want to know how to come to the light. Yeah. And I'm not talking about poltergeist.
That's right.
Come to the light. I'm talking about we are the light of the world. And, you know, Pastor and I, we remember that. You know, I got to tell a real story. Because it troubled me. And we were light. Y'all know that we go over to the China buffet off of Fox Farm. The Chinese buffet. Well, you know, when we first started going, the little woman who's the owner she just looked grouchy in her burgundy pants with her orange t-shirt. She looked grouchy. And so Carl was with us, and Ricky, and I don't remember who else. Maybe it was, maybe you came with us. I don't know. We went there, and all of a sudden and we decided we might want to change this attitude. So I started to talk about her sons. I said, I see you have a son that's graduated high school and has gone to college. Oh my goodness. She was a different person. She knows when Pastor Ricky and I come, if we have old, burned out chicken wings, hot wings, we need new ones. She just goes right in there and tells her husband, fry them up, they're here. They love to see us. They do. They love to see our congregation when we're there. Because why? We're kind. We're kind and we love them. We got an opportunity to serve God. And you can do it in the strangest places at the strangest time. Ricky and I went out to eat there. And it was in the afternoon, like 2 o'clock. And so, you know, we filled our plate with the usual proportions and walked it over to the table. I tried to figure out where to start before it fell off the plate. Anyway, our chicken wings were dry. Before I know it, Ricky goes, she just brought out fresh chicken wings. All of a sudden, in comes 4 people. And the first woman that comes in has one of them short tops, but she has a belly out here. When she took her coat off, I could see that belly. And for some reason, I thought something ain't right with that woman. She seemed dark. And I'm watching, and then here comes this other gal in there, and they're not. Then none of them look nice, but they go to the buffet and get their plates, and they come back and set them down. And it isn't long till the first one tries to play the cockroach trick. Victoria. Julianne has no money, so she drops a cockroach out, and then yells, and she gets out and gets her meal. All of a sudden, we could hear her, saying smart things to her every time she went by. Then she came on and she said, you should be ashamed to do this restaurant. Look at your gender, it's all cracked. You have to throw that out. That buffet I can, it was Asian upon Asian. And she was horrified. And she kept backing up, and then she'd look at us. And I'm sure she was way embarrassed. But Ricky and I had her back. We thought, you go any farther and you're down. So we waited and tried to see if it was resolved. Then Ricky stood up, and he just looked like, Goliath, except it was David, really big. And he come up over that fake flower pot and looked at him. And I was ready to stand up. Pretty soon they went out, what she said, they went out the door. By this time, this woman that was so grouchy was crying. It's hard to see those tough ones cry, isn't it? So Ricky and I went over to Pastor, and even the lady that was getting her own stuff said, I don't have any problem. I come get this buffet and take it back to work every week. And we told her that we were so sorry and so rude, and she'd go like this on my shoulder. Ricky said, Ricky, oh, darling, we had your back. She'd have made a move, and I thought, good, 2 pastors beat up. Bail us out. Just make sure they send me to where he goes. I want to be in the same cell because I'm not too worried about,
What kind of light are we going to be? As you were asking what I did for the sermon part, I wrote down some thoughts. What kind of light are we? Are you the Christmas light Christian? Only shine one time a year? I'm glad to say that I don't see any Christmas light Christians here this morning.
no.
Because
Hallelujah.
you're here.
Amen.
Yep.
Or maybe you're the flashing light Christian. On and off, on and off, on and off. Or perhaps you're the flashlight Christian. Useful in times of trouble. Not all the time. Usually you have to be handheld. Yeah, think about it.
Do my work for me, please.
Maybe you're the dirty light Christian. You've lost your effectiveness altogether because there's more dirt on you and there's less light.
Yeah.
And just some thoughts to think about. As I was thinking, I thought, what kind of lights are we? Jesus said we are to be like that shining light on a hill, shining out, letting people know that, hey, you know what? There's a place of safety, there's a place of comfort, there's a place of grace, there's a place of blessedness. It's found in Christ Jesus. And we are to be the light of Christ shining forth to the people that we come in contact with. Each and every day.
think with expectancy,
Yeah,
I think, you know, each day for a long while, I say, help me to be where you want me to be, to where I may need to have a listening ear, or I may need to have a touch, or I may need to have a phone call. Help me be. You have someone today, God, I know you want me to be that light to. And I want to have my insides good, because if I don't have my insides good, I just find someone to gripe at. Griping light. Must be like a strobe light.
and you know,
Again and again and again.
and you know, Pastor, it's something we have to decide we're gonna do. You know, we were talking, you know, when we were little kids, we sang that little song, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine."
Yeah.
Most of us know it. That's something we decide to do. We're gonna let this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
And we're just about on Advent. We're just about on the Christmas season.
Oh, the good season.
We love that. I love Christmas. I love that season with my whole heart. I love the lights. I love the smells in the stores. I love goodwill being offered to others when it's not usually offered. I like seeing the forgiveness. I love Scrooge stories. Ricky had our Christmas songs yesterday when I called him and said, "What are you doing this?" He goes, "I'm listening to Christmas songs." I said, "Are the older ones, you know, like Bing Crosby?" He said, "Oh yeah, on TV." And so we started talking about Scrooge. Oh my goodness. And I probably have 15 DVDs or VHS about Scrooge. I love the turn of that story. I like Bob Cratchit better in one and others, and I like the singing one. So Ricky had to go out and get the singing one. I go, "What could be wrong with the singing one, Ricky? Aren't we just like gay boys?" We're out there, and he found it.
Yeah, I did.
Albert Finney, is that who it was?
Albert Finney.
Albert Finney, and it's in the 70s, and they sing, and it's wonderful. You know, it can be a season of great expectancy,
Yeah.
of great light unto the world. Thank you for making us have technology. Thank you, Reem, for having us do that. Because you can bet those Asian people went out to YouTube and saw the little church in Great Falls. And we want God to make us that servant. Because
Amen.
here, when you go out of here, that's where the ministry begins.
Yeah, amen.
When we go out the door.
Amen, amen.
Amen.